Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon, everybody. This is John Ross with the XPian Daily Report. We're on Monday, July 13th, and today we're going to have something special. Today. This is our daily report for the 13th of July, and today we're going to be talking about from Aurora to Elgin, Census 2020. Okay, well, we got to bring up the experts to talk about this. We have two experts with us today. And we got Dan Barrero of the city of Aurora and Denise Raleigh from the Gale Borden Public Library District. They both represent their committees in their respective cities on this endeavor for the 2020 census. So I'm going to bring them up right now, and they're going to come on screen here. First, we'll have Dan, and then we'll have Denise from up in Elgin come up and join us. And I'm going to get rid of this little thing right now. And maybe I'll remove that other thing up at the top there too. Now, if I can find how to do that, I forgot. Like, see, I do everything here, guys, and
we like that. We like that.
But yeah, you can leave it. We like it.
It's so good to have you all with us today, and we really to join us on this day. And I'm going to remove the logo right now. I think it'll remove it. There you go. So we're going to talk about Aurora to Elgin, the 2020 census, and we read papers here. You guys used to read papers. Do you read the newspaper? I do.
I do.
Yeah. Dan does too. We're newspaper readers. I don't know. We're going to try to squeeze this in. I'm going to see if I can get this here. Well, we had an article. I'll pull myself. That's what I'll do. In the Aurora Curry. The weekend. Okay. Worked. It finally worked. It took a while. There's I'll bring up that article just real briefly, and we'll get right back to everything going here. But this was the article that was brought up. It was in the paper, and it just talked about how we were trying to get that up in the community, and I know Denise and Dan are trying to do that with the King County, and trying to get up. Where did the other one go? And we'll start. There we go. Stand up. There's the article, if you can see it, guys. It was in the Aurora paper, and I'm sure it was in the Courier because it's written by a Courier person.
Yeah, Gloria's a great reporter for us.
So, anyway, Denise and Dan, why don't you just tell us about the surge and what that's going to be about, and what we.
Yeah. So we participate with our regional partners in the census, and so we dial in every other week and just talk about what's going on in the different states. Illinois is one of those, and that participates in those calls. And so they were talking about ramping things up again. Things have been kind of on pause since the stay-at-home orders were issued in March. And let's do another April 1st Census Day when we hit a big push on the census. But that was on April 1st, and then things kind of been on really slow because we've been limited on what we can do. So they organized a surge week starting today, going through Friday, and they've been on all the partners to try to concentrate and focus census activities during this week.
So you're doing everybody's doing it. Elgin's and Denise, we're trying to get the surge up to, I don't know, maybe 80% or something, higher number of participants.
Definitely. We're at 72.9 right now. And, so we'd love to see this across Kane. We'd love to at least move it up to 75 or 80 because it's, as everyone knows, this COVID relief funding that's coming to our communities right now, a lot of it is based on the census numbers. So we're seeing the census numbers in action right now in our communities and the importance. Again, there's so much funding and democracy and everything that happens with the census numbers, but it's right now, it's right in front of us. And it's, as Dan was saying, it's been hard getting our census groups going up in numbers because there's been so much on these people's platter. And so we're really looking forward to working with Aurora during Surge Week to get some visibility back and to actually remind people that all the other issues that are tantamount in our communities, a lot of it will be population-based type of answers that will come out and make our communities better. So we're really excited to be working with Aurora on this.
I want to ask you a question. I know I just read a Aurora Library article in the local newspaper called The Voice, and it mentions about the library in Aurora. I'm going to put that up a number, but I'm sure Elgin has the same situation. Do you have your computer room? Is that in access now? People that maybe don't have a computer at home can sign up and come in and do your census that way, because that's basically what we want to do here, right? Online, or else on their phone, right?
Oh, definitely. We are open. People can walk in and use the Gilborden Public Library computers. Yeah, our facilities are open. Again, we're opening in a very safe and careful fashion. However, our computers are open, and we will also be showing up to some food events and summer reading events at the park districts with tablets, and that will start tomorrow. And people can fill the census in there with a device that we will have out there for them at the parks. So you can come to the library, you can come to the parks. We have multiple ways of filling out the census in Elgin. And of course, calling a phone number also works.
Yeah. Aurora is going to have this, I noticed, Stan, I picked this up out of this article I just mentioned to you a moment ago. They're going to have a special event with the Aurora, going to have a special event on their Facebook site on Thursday night about the census. And it's pretty cool. And it's just go to Facebook Live Library. And I'll just roll up that other number one. And here's how they get the appointments at the Aurora Library that we were just talking with Denise and Elgin to call 630-264-4117 to get an appointment to get into the library. I think they have hour access, and I believe they'll help you, and I'm sure they'll do that if they have a problem doing that census. So what's coming up this week? You had events. What events are you having this week, Dan, with the census?
Well, we have this big event on, well, we hope it's Wednesday, but in case the weather doesn't cooperate, we have a rainy Friday. It's called From Aurora to Elgin, making sure that everyone in Kane County counts. And what this is we're having multiple census vans starting from Aurora and Elgin and meeting in the middle of the county at the Fox Valley Ice Arena in Geneva. And at that location, we're going to have speakers. We're going to have our count committee represented, Aurora, Elgin, Kane County. And then we're also going to have mayors that'll be there to speak about the importance of the census, as well as the census representative. So we hope that this will create some additional awareness and excitement and interest on the census.
Now, am I correct? You're going to have from the north and or south, Aurora, and we're going to meet in Geneva, right?
That's
We're going
right.
to meet at the ice rink, right? Outside the ice rink. We hope it's cool inside the ice rink, but we don't know. But
We'll be outside.
And hopefully socially distanced and all that stuff. And one thing we can talk about a lot of things outside, but you don't need any rain. That's what we don't want Wednesday, right? But it's Wednesday, and you're coming from the north and the south, and we're meeting in the middle. And you said you're gonna have speakers. Hey, you're gonna have food?
No,
You're gonna have food.
Not that kind of
Shucks,
event.
no.
We're kind of on
Look at somebody donate hot dogs. Like when you have food, you really get people to come.
It's not one of those
Sorry about that.
It's not an event where we are trying to attract a lot of people. We want to just do the program with the
Right. No,
participants.
this is a more or less leaders
Put it out on
and
social
community
media.
advocates are pulling us together. And we're going to honk horns on the way up or something like that, or make a little noise. But we've had a few of these events. This is sort of like a popular campaign idea with graduations. People had drive-bys and caravans, and we've been honoring
it's a
healthcare
fun way to-
workers. Cities have done that. Or done it. Probably Elgin's done that too. So we're going to have a special event coming up from both cities, and we really want to push this census. Denise, how long does that census take to fill out? I mean, basically, it's not too long.
5 to 7 minutes, and it's very easy. If you don't have your original number, like there was a postcard that came to your house with a number on it, no worries. You can just
right.
your address, and you can fill it out by calling a phone number. You can just answer on the phone, or you can online, or the other. Of course, there's still printed forms that are being sent to many homes, and it's important to also understand that I think by August 11th, the census workers will be back in the community. So for people who don't want to visit by someone to their home, please fill it out. It saves money and time if they'll do it without a visit to their house. And so it's safe, it's significant,
right.
It's simple.
Yeah, that house visit thing might be a little more difficult with the COVID-19 here too. It's going to complicate it somewhat, I would say. Maybe, I don't know, but we know the online way to go now. I have this online on the screen. It's the census site.
Right.
Numbers here too. Just to my 2020 census.gov, and if you don't have that number, you still can really do it. Though you're saying, Denise?
Right.
You don't have that special code number.
Yeah, all you have to do is put in your address, and it will. If there's a duplicate.
Okay, that's the same. The code idea.
Yes.
Yeah, the code idea does make it pretty easy, though. That's true. And and Dan, what's the numbers in Aurora on the clients? What would you say right now?
The participation rate. Right now, we in Aurora are at 68.9%.
68,
So
almost 70.
Almost 70, just shy of
Cranking up.
70%. And we're on Elgin's heels. They're at 70% exact. So we've been kind of kind of duking it out, and we're trying to make sure that both Aurora and Elgin have a good showing. We represent the largest municipalities in Kane County, and so we're the most populous communities. So
Right.
the better that we do, the better we do as a county. So we're really trying to push that
And better
here
we do
locally.
as a state too. It's well worth. We're in 7th place as a state, and I don't think Illinois has ever been this high in response rate. But we're in 7th place nationally. But it goes to, we pay a lot of income taxes, and bringing it back to Illinois is really, really worthy when we don't get $1 back for $1 paid. And this is part of the reason that we need to get counted, is so that, it's just what should flow back to us to, take care of the people who live here. But we need to have the, to report the numbers that says this is the amount of money that needs to come back. And so.
Yeah, I saw that in that article that's how, like the county might get so much money on certain, I don't know what the article was referring to, I forgot, but it's split up between the cities and the county, and it's done by what the population numbers are. So it's important for each community to have some good numbers. And Elgin running, is it in that range of 70% better, or where is it around that? What's your numbers running on participation, would you say?
We're at 69%. And again, we've got some, they're called hard to count census tracts. And some of those are
69?
We're at 69%. But we have a few that are barely over 50%. And it's really incumbent on us to move those numbers, because like Aurora and like Elgin, we need to bring that the grants need to come back. It's the money that we've sent to Washington. Now we need it back to work on the endeavors that, that's the schools. It's planning for roads and bridges. It's medical relief funds. And so right now you can see it in action, as you were just saying. This is funds that are being dispersed now, but there will be, I'm sure, funds dispersed in 21 that are also based on the counts. So it's money that we paid to Washington. Let's get it back and let it work for the people who live here.
Right. So we want to get back a good return for our taxes, and this helps everybody for a lot of different things, for schools, representation, as you mentioned, funding of other dollars, various ways. Actually, the state probably, they use the same type of thing. So it's for state stuff too, and not just federal, to what our population is and our demographic and our breakdowns. So I noticed my little streaming. I hope it's pretty good on the streaming today. We'll see. I hope this is coming out in a good shape to tell everybody what's happening, but at least they can see. If they're not hearing our audio well, they're at least seeing our. Remember that we got it down there, and you guys are going to be surging. '11th. Is that what we're saying? Trying to get them up by then, so we don't have as much canvassers out there. Is that correct?
Right. We don't want to. We want to make sure everybody participating on their own before they go out having to knock on a lot of doors.
And right. It's much less expensive that way too. Then we don't have to hire as many people because we hire people to knock on doors. So the less people that we need, and again, I know people need jobs, but it really does make the whole endeavor a little more cost efficient as well.
That brings up a question. Who does pay for those canvassers? Each city, or is it a federal government expense, or how does it work?
The census.
Canvassers paid by the cities, or are they paid by the federal government, or what?
Go ahead, Dan, if you want to answer that.
They're staffed by the U.S. Census Bureau, so they're federal employees. Hello, John.
Well, I hope this is coming in good. I'm sorry, folks. The stream's not doing as good as it should be here. Dan, you want to repeat that again, what the answer would be?
Yeah, they are employees of the U.S. Census Bureau, so they are federal employees. So we're not, the municipalities don't, they're census workers through
Oh,
the federal
that's good. You
government.
don't have to pay them, so it isn't rated that way, but okay, that's what I was wondering. But we got to get it up because it's a lot easier and a little bit better if we can do it online. And they can do it on their phone too, right? Computer, phone,
Yes.
and we had several places, Elgin, several ways, and Aurora's. Dan's got some stuff too online. Yeah, right. 2020 Gov. That's what we got here in the corner too. My Gov. So we want to get everybody to this. If you're not in Aurora, which I'm not, or Elgin, but you did mine. Oh, there's a nice phone number. You can call in too. Thanks, Dan. 844-2020. Thanks, Dan. That's very good. Good graphic. Thank you. So that's another way to do this. So, folks, let's do it, as they say. And I want to thank Dan and Denise for being with us here, and best Elgin and Aurora, and hope we have a good event there on Wednesday. If whatever that may be, to have our surge week here and think about more. I got some flyers. Actually, I'm going to go out to my church again. I've done before. We'll do it again. And I know Denise is working hard there in Elgin, and Dan and the group is too. So we appreciate you guys, and just thank you very much. I'm going to just say a few more words here and wrap it up. Does that sound about right? I think.
Thanks, John, for having us on. Thanks for bringing visibility.
Welcome.
Thanks, John.
And, yeah, we're going to do a little. Yeah, I'm just going to say one more thing. Tomorrow or Wednesday, I got emails coming in. Manny is executive director of a work that works with prisoners in jails across the country. And right now, of course, that's a little different. But Manny's out of Wheaton. Manny Mill will be with it. And Koinonia House National Ministries will be on Wednesday. So I just thank these guys for coming by. It was a beautiful time, and like I said, I hope the audio is coming in well, but we'll have to work. This is technology we got to work on. It's okay. Well, I just want to say God bless all you out there, and thanks Denise. God bless.
Thank you.
Bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.